Hello, it's Craig again. Today I'm going to show you my latest score I picked up at a rummage sale yesterday for $5. This Yard Machines Gold by MTD Lawnmower. It has the high wheels and a 6 horsepower Briggs engine with a 22-inch deck. And yeah, for $5. The lady who was running the rummage sale said that the mower ran last year, but it didn't want to fire again this year. And I was trying to get it to fire myself, and I couldn't get it to fire, so I figured for $5, what the fuck, I'll just take it home and futz around with it. So I paid her the $5, I took it home. And then when I got it home, I removed the carburetor cover off of the top here, and I removed the air cleaner cover. And I still couldn't get it to fire. There was gas pouring out. And then after cranking a few times, I decided to test the spark out. I tested the engine out for spark, and it got spark, so I knew the spark was alright. And as the last resort, I clamped the band brake handle with the vice grip over there, and I pushed the governor lever toward the back of the engine while pulling the starter rope, and the engine started right up. And it was running good. And then, but when you would leave the engine sit for a while, the engine wouldn't start up again. It was just like a cold fish. So last night around 1 o'clock in the morning before work, I took some carburetor cleaner and I sprayed it into the throttle port here, the carburetor, and I pulled the starter handle a couple times just to let the engine fire. I didn't want to let the engine run at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Didn't want to wake the neighbors up. I just let the engine fire a few times, and then I let it sit overnight. And then when I went to start it today, when the engine was cold, after a few primes, the engine started right up. Of course, the engine smoked because all the carb cleaner that was in the carburetor. So yeah, the engine, yeah, it started right up, and it is, so far today it's been starting up really good. And before I give a demonstration, I replaced the original MTD lawnmower tires on the front, because the lawnmower tires that were on it, they were pretty rotted, so I put these Murray tires on it, which are pretty good. The older lawnmower tires are pretty rotten. So now I'll give a demonstration of the motor running. I'll prime it twice, and I got the band brake on, and I'll give it a crank. I'll wait for this plane to go over. Yeah, I'll give it a few more cold start tries. If it starts right up, usually like normal, then I'll try to sell it. I'll fix it up and sell it. But otherwise, I'll probably have to get another carburetor. But I think everything should be fine now. I'll just give it a few more cold starts and make sure it starts all right, and then I'll proceed to fix it up a little bit more. But yeah, for $5, I could probably sell this more for $45, and I'll make a decent profit off of it. First, I'll change the spark plug and sharpen the blade. I'll wait for this plane to go over. I hate this damn planes. Yeah, and I'll fix it up, and everything should be all right. And last night, there was a bunch of grass like around the carburetor here. I took some mineral spirits in a can, and I sprayed it, and I took a toothbrush and worked it around and make sure that was clean. And yeah, I'll give it a few more cold start tries, otherwise I'll have to hunt around for another carburetor for it. But so far so good today. Maybe the carb cleaner did work. Who knows? I'll just wait later to find out. Yeah, and I'll conclude this video. Goodbye, all.